Now let's move on to drawing the details of this face. We're going to make the details pretty geometric, so you only understand the shape of the head, how to build it, and how to make the proportions right, because that's the purpose of this video. Each facial trait, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the lips, will have its own video, but for this one you're only going to focus on the main structure of the head. So with that being said, let's move on to the eye sockets. We're going to start with the outline, and since we have here the eyebrow, let me zoom in. Since we know that this is the eyebrow, we know that the head, the eyebrow is more to the outside, it's more outwards than the eye sockets, so the eye sockets are a lot inwards, so we are going to have this shape right here. I'm going to have the cheekbone right there, the eye socket, and the eyebrow, all with this line right there. And now I'm going to slightly suggest the chin. Of course, if you are going to make a specific, let me correct that chin. So as I went from the cheekbone down, I followed the flow of the face, and I've made a small chin, slightly accentuated, slightly outwards, and then the jawline, made that darker. So zooming out again. Okay, you have that. Now, it's already starting to catch shape, but I want to define it a little more. So I'm going to make the same thing. I'm going to apply the same rules, but only on the side that is more visible. So we have the cheekbone, which is somewhere around this area, and the eye socket is here. I'm just suggesting the eye socket with some ellipses. I will want to use a very thin line, a very bright line. I don't want to push too hard because I want them to be easily erased afterwards. But I have here the cheekbone and the eyebrow. Now that I have the eye sockets, I know that the eyebrow is going to come above it and end in this area, because afterwards I'm going to have the side plane. So with that being said, so that line, this line right here is going to be the definition for the cheekbone. And this one right here is going to be for defining the side plane from the frontal plane. Let me just erase a few lines again. Just want to add some darker lines there so you can see it better. Alright, now let's move on to the nose before we start the eyes, because the nose connects directly to the eyebrows, and under the eyebrows we're going to draw the eyes. So how do we draw the nose? Well, we know that it's like a bridge, so we're going to start with the form of it. We're going to use nothing special, just a simple nose, and I usually draw a circle where the nose tip should be, because it's easier afterwards to add the definition to it. So I'm making that circle, and I'm just trying to figure out the shape of the nose, how to make the nose bridge, how it will connect the eyebrows, and there you have it. And I have to add some definition to the nostrils. The weight is going to be pretty much that. Let me just erase it, so I'll leave only the lines that we need behind. So we're going to have, so this surface right here is going to be the front side of the nose, the nostril, and that's pretty much that. So afterwards we are going to move to the eyebrow, which I want to make it slightly arched, like that. I'm going to want to make it darker so you can see it. And that's about it. Now, the other one, the same thing, only that you see that here there is a little distance between the eyebrow and the nose, but on the other side there is no distance, so the nose line is going to continue and form the eyebrow. Something like that. Just adjust it a bit. Maybe not that accentuated, not that strong. I want to go a more less thick. A little thinner. So that's going to be it. Now I just want to add some definition to the eyebrows on the forehead, so I'm going to make that little line right there. Maybe not that thick as well. But I am going to add these lines so you understand the shape of the entire head. So that would be that. Now moving to the eyes. The eyes are going to be beneath the eyebrow, so I'm going to make them very simple using 4 lines like this. Very simple, very effective, and you will understand the position of it. Now, this right here is the side of the nose, the cheekbone I was telling you about, and the eyebrow. And I'm suggesting these planes on the entire face so you can do the same and check if it's correct. If those planes were not there, then it would be somewhat difficult to add values afterwards if you're a beginner, especially if you're a beginner. After you've drawn for some time, you won't need to add those planes because you will already know how to add the value to the head. But if you are beginning to draw and just starting to learn the head Now to draw it, you will want to make it as geometric as possible, so you'll understand the proportions alright, you'll get a notice of depth and how to build it correctly. Now with the eyes done and the nose done, we can move to the lips and the entire mouth. I usually continue from the nose and follow the symmetry axis, but use the symmetry axis as if it would follow the lips as they would already be there. And we get this, let me zoom in, we get this type of line. So afterwards I'm just going to add the lips, and there we are. Maybe not that much, so I'm going to so what I did just now is notice that I have to move the lips and have to adjust the chin so they will be proportional. So I'm going to have to move the chin a bit outwards and make the lips a bit smaller, so that means around here. Something like that. Now with the face done, we can move to the side where we are going to have the ear. Now the reason I continue the line of the eyebrows on the side plane is because the ear is going to start from underneath the eyes a bit, so we're going to continue the line underneath the eyes a bit to the side like so, and here is where the ear starts, and the highest point of the ear is going to be on that line where the eyebrows are. So I'm just going to sketch it up real fast, and the ear ends where the jaw ends, so that's really simple, and don't want to go too overboard with the ear, just simply suggest it at this phase. And now I'm going to darken the outline of the head. So this is it for this angle with no tilt whatsoever. Next we're going to add a little tilt to the head so you can see what perspective will be when the head is going to be tilted backwards and then forward.
If you like this video, please do me a huge favor and give it a thumbs up, and also make sure to subscribe to this channel to get access to even more cool lessons. And lastly, if you want to get more free step-by-step tutorials, go to mydrawingtutorials.com/bonus and sign up for my free newsletter. Or you can simply click the link below and just enter your email on the new page that pops up. So once again, just click the link below, enter your email, and get access to all my free lessons.